Hi friends, welcome to ISN College Connect YouTube channel. In this videos, we are going to discuss about how to read the input from the user through scanner classes. In previous videos, we discussed about what is a class, what is a variables, what is a method, how to assign the values to the variable, and how to print the values. In this videos, we are going to read the input from the user and we are going to print the values with the help of scanner classes. Let's proceed to the implementation part. So for that, I'm just going to create one new class. We can give class name as you like. Okay, so here I'm going to give read and print data. I'm just going to give the class name is read and print data. So here I'm going to read the input from the user and I'm going to print it. So for that, I'm going to create four different types of variables. One is to read the input for the registration number. Another one is for the reading the name. Another one is for reading the fees. Another one is to read the department, which department keys belongs to. So for that, I'm just going to create one new variable, which is called as a register number. And I'm going to create another variable, which is called as a name. And then I'm going to create another variable, which is a fees. So fees. So then string department. I'm just going to collect the student department details. For that, I'm just going to create department. Okay, so now you see we created the variables. Now we need to read the input from the user. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a scanner classes. So for that, I'm just going to create a scanner classes. The syntax for creating the scanner classes. So same as how you're going to create an object for the particular classes. Scanner class and then scanner class object and then equal to new the scanner. Inside this, you're going to pass the type system.in. So this is a way how we are going to create a scanner class. So here, this object, that is a scanner class object, is used to read all the is used to access all the features which is present on the scanner classes. So now you see I'm just going to use create another method, the method name which is called as a get data. Okay, so what this get data method is going to do means it is going to read the input from the user. So first we need to intimate to the user. So I'm just going to get the input from the register number. Okay, so that I'm just mentioning enter the register number. Okay, after seeing this statement, user is going to give the values, right? Okay, so here is which variable here we are having to read the input from the user for the registration number. Okay, so the variable name itself is a register number equal to. So here, as I suggest, so scanner class is used to read the input from the user. Okay, so scanner class object is yes, right? Okay, so I'm just going to mention s dot. Okay, so for each different types of data type, that is a different types of method is available. For reading the input, for the int data type, we're having the special method which is called as a nextInt method. NextInt method is used to read the input from the user for the integer data type. So here you see we're having the next data type which is called as a next data type which is called as a string. So now we are going to read the input for the name. So for that I need to intimate to the user enter the name. Okay, so the enter the name. After seeing this statement, user is going to give the values, right? So for that, we need to store the values into the name variable. Okay, so name equal to yes is a scanner object. Okay, so here is yes is a scanner object. So yes dot. Okay, as I already suggest that for reading the different types of data type, there is a different types of method is available in the scanner classes. So yes dot this is name is a string data type, so that we are having the which method we are having the string next method for reading the string data type. Okay, values. Okay, so next I'm just going to read the fees. Okay, so college fees details. Okay, so college fees details. For that, I'm just going to intimate to the user, enter the college fees. Okay, so after seeing the statement, user is going to give the values. Okay, so for that, which variable here we are used to store the values for the fees value. Okay, so here the variable name it's a fees. Okay, so scanner object yes dot. Here you see fees is which data type it is belongs to the float data type. So that we are going to use the float, next float. Okay, so now we are going to read the next values that is a department. Sys out. This is out. Here I'm going to intimate to the user, enter the department. After seeing this statement, user is going to give the values. So here we are having the which variable for storing the department data type, department data, department itself. Okay, so scanner object s dot, the department is belongs to which data type? String. For reading the string relevant values, we are having the separate method which is present on the scanner class is called as a next method. That's it. So we are having we created four variables. For all the four variables, we read the input from the user. The next one, we are going to print the values which is present on this particular variable. Okay, so for that, I'm just going to use, so what? Print the data method, print the data. Okay, so I'm just going to create this method. We can give method name. You can give any method name. Okay, so I'm just giving the print the data. Okay, out. Okay, so here I'm just going to give the details. I want to print the register number so that in the double quotes, I'm just giving the print date register number, and then plus I need to mention the variable which holding the register number values. So here you see here only the user is going to give the values, right? Okay, so that value we are going to store it on this particular variable. So I'm just going to print the variable name on here. So that should be followed by the name. That should be followed by the name. Okay, so name. Okay, so that should be followed by plus. So name. So here, this is variable name. Okay, so here I'm just going to print the variable values which is present on the name variable. Then that should be followed by I'm just going to print the fees, college fees details. Okay, so here I'm just going to print college fees details. Okay, so here I'm just going to print the variable fees over here to get the fees details. That should be followed by, I'm just going to print the department. This is out. Okay, so here I'm just going to print the department plus department. That's it. So now what we are going to do? Now we are going to create an object for this particular class and we are going to call these two methods. So what is the class name? Class name is read and print data. Read and print data. So I'm just going to give any object name. I'm just going to give read and print data or PD equal to new read and print data. Okay, so now you see, now I'm just going to, through the object, I'm just going to access both the method get data as well as the print data or PD dot. So we need to call the method in correct order. First, we need to call the get data. That should be followed by after getting the input from the user, then we are going to print it. So rpd dot print data. Okay, so now you see we done this. So now we are going to run this program. Once it get executed successfully, I'll going to explain you the flow in the whiteboard. So here you see it's asking enter the register number. I'm just going to give the register number is 666 and the name is so Vinod Kumar Selva RSN. And then college fees is 25,000.4. Okay, so I'm just press enter. It's asking the department. It is going to be CSE. Now you see we are getting these details. So whatever the data which we given on here is get printed over in the below. So let's see the execution flow of this program in the whiteboard. Okay. So here you see I'm just going to explain you the flow of this particular program. So here the execution is going to be start from the main method. Okay, so here you see the execution is going to be start from the main method. So first it is going to create an object rpd. Okay, so here this rpd is going to create a copy of whatever this class is having. Okay, so here you see, so what the class is holding, it is going to hold the variable register number, name, fees, and department. Okay, so it's going to create an copy of this whatever the class is holding the register number variable and name, and then that should be followed by fees, and then that should be followed by department. Okay, so these are the variable which the class is holding. So now you see in the next statement what we are doing. So rpd dot get data, where the get data is holding. So get data is on here, right? Okay, so get data is on here, so that it's going to call the get data method. Okay, so in this get data method inside, so we given system dot out dot println. Okay, so what the first statement we given, so something we given on the double quotes, right? Okay, so it's going to be print as it is. Enter the register number. After seeing this statement, usually we given the values which is called as a triple six, right? Okay, so we given triple six. Okay, so that value will be captured by s dot nextInt, and it is going to assign to which variable, register number. So that register number is holding triple six. So after assigning the values to the register number variable, it's moving to the next line. So in the next line, what we given on the double quotes, we given enter the name. Okay, so enter the name. Okay, so after seeing this statement, user is going to give the values, right? Okay, so what values we given? We given Vinod Kumar Selvarasan. We given Vinod Kumar Selvarasan. Okay, so that value will be going to capture by s dot next in next method, and it is going to assign to which variable, name variable. Okay, so here you see now then values Vinod Kumar Selvarasan is assigned to which variable, name variable. Okay, done. So after that, it's moving to the next line. So what the next line? So we given system dot out dot println something given on the double quote, so that it is going to be print as it is. So something given is enter the college, enter the college fees, enter the college fees. Okay, so which is given on the double quote, so that it's going to be print as it is. So then we are going to give the values, right? Okay, so we given some values, right? 25,000 dot 4. Okay, so the floating point values will be given with come with a decimal point, right? Okay, so here we are going to assign the values to fees variable. Okay, so fees variable will be hold the values 25,000.4. Okay, so then moving to the next statement. Okay, in the next statement we given enter the department. Okay, so we given the values, the enter the department which is given on the double quotes, so that it's going to be print as it is. So then moving to the next line. So we are having the next line. What we are doing? So we are going to read the input from the user. The values which we given is CSC. Okay, so that value will be going to read by S not next, and it is going to assign to which variable, department. Okay, so it's going to assign to department CSC. So after that, it finishes its task, so that it's back to where the call is get initiated. The call is initiated on here, right? Okay, so it's back to here. So then we are having the next statement, which is called as a print data. So it is that it is going to find the where the print data method is there. The print data method is on here. Okay, so that is going to call the print data method. So we given something given on the double quotes, that should be followed by the variable, right? Okay, so what it is going to do is going to print the values, whatever the values which is given on the double quotes. Okay, so whatever the values which is given on the double quotes is going to be print as it is. So it's going to print the register number, and is going to check the values which is present on the variable, that is a register number. What is the values which is present on the register number? It is triple six, right? So it's going to print the values which is present on the double quotes, which is present on the particular variable. Okay, so and then moving to the next statement. What is the next statement? Here we are having the name. Okay, so here name, and then we given this things on the double quote, so that it is going to be print as it is, and it is going to check the values which is present on the name variable. What is the values which is present on the name variable? It is Vinod Kumar Silvarasan, right? Okay, so here it's going to print the values. Vinod Kumar Silvarasan. Okay, done. Okay, so then moving to the next statement. Okay, so in the next statement, we given something on the double quotes. Okay, so what we given on the double quotes? Fees details. Okay, so college fees details we given on the double quote, so that it's going to be print as it is, and is going to check the values which is present on the fees. What's the values which is present on the fees? It is a 25,000.4. Okay, so 25,000.4. Okay, so it's going to be print as it is. And moving to the next statement, that is given in the double quotes is department. So it's going to print the values which is present on the department variable. Why means, so we call this department variable on here. So it's going to check the values which is present on the department. Department is CSE. So now you see, after executing this line, it's find this closing bracket so that the call is initiated back to where the call is get initiated. Okay, so now you see we executed this complete program. Okay, hope you understand this complete flow of this program. If you like this videos, please share this video with your friends. Please don't forget to click the subscribe and bell button. Thank you.